Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You join me atop this tower, currently under attack by devil bats. But yeah, this is, as you might be able to tell, the start of another episode of Shamblecraft, and maybe I should deal with these. Professional Minecrafter. Boink. Where the two other flappy bastards go? There we go. There we go. Alright. Take two. So, welcome to yet another episode here on the Shamblecraft server. And today you join me, as I said, atop this tower, no longer being attacked by devil bats. And, well, I don't plan on staying on top of this tower because, as you may remember from last episode, we started work on the community storage hall, which is just down here. And that is where we are going to be continuing today, because we have now finished the design. So thank you very much once again to Jessica for helping out with this design on top here. Thank you very much to Johnny and Sixie for helping out with the design down here. And we appear to have a witch. This is unfortunate, but we'll deal with it. So the plan right now, well, the plan was not to fall down there, but we'll deal with what we'll play with the cards we are dealt. Yeah, the plan now is basically to build up this community storage hall on stream. It is currently Thursday, and I am going live in just a few minutes, and we are going to be using that live stream to build up this storage hall. And I think actually a good place to start would be to seal off some of these entrances where the mobs are currently entering, because right now they are causing a lot of issues. So I think what I'm going to do is start off by getting some stone and closing off all of those gaps. And once that is taken care of, we can gather all the resources we need and actually get started on building this thing. Well, okay then, so we have plugged most of the you know what's not an open one, it's fine. Okay, so we have plugged most of the holes. Oh yeah, that's a big hole, isn't it? No, that's just a one block gap. So we have plugged most of the holes, and we are now pretty much good to go. So me and Johnny have just done a little resource gathering. You can see Johnny here has gathered up some of the materials we need. And I've also dropped by Sammy's shop and bought some more stems, because we're going to need a whole bunch of them. So basically, what remains to do now is to basically start working on this. And I think the first bit to finish, from a practical standpoint, would be this center column, which has just reminded me that I need to go to my base and get glass. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go get the glass, and I can do that while we wait for Johnny to return. He's just AFK briefly. And once I have the glass and Johnny's back, we can start building up this community storage hall. Well, okay then, we are here at the site of the community storage hall, and Johnny is now back. Hello, Johnny.
Hello.
And while I have you here up top, I just wanted to ask you a question, because I think that might be handy to know before we start building. So I was thinking, do we want the sort of input chest to be here?
I was thinking up top somewhere would make the most sense, and given that that's already got a bit of storage around it, that would be a perfect place to put it.
Yeah, because what I was thinking is, what if we, for instance, have like a double chest here that says shulker boxes, new members get 2 free, old members pay. You can have some ender pearls. This can basically be we can take the free armor chest that's been over at my house since like episode 3, and we can move that in here as well.
And pick up the few bits of armor from the end when we did the full end raid with lots of us.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically when we have new players coming, they can basically just walk in here and they can be like, oh hey, armor for new people, weapons for new people, tools for new people, shulker boxes, and let's just decide on an amount, like, hey, if you're a new member you get like 6 free shulker boxes or 10 free shulker boxes or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's being settled then. And I have now got some glass and some other handy materials. So, and I have a reference screenshot. So what do you say? Do you want, should we just start working on this thing?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Alright, let's go. Well, okay, viewers, so as you can see, a lot of work has been done. In fact, the fountain itself has also been finished, but that was done off camera, so I sadly didn't get any footage of that. But, I mean, I can now actually invite you to have a look at the new storage hall. It is not entirely finished. The redstone mostly remains. I've actually had a message from Johny. He's not online right now, but I've actually had a message from Johny saying that he's going to give me a ping when he's ready so he can show me the redstone, because he's built up a prototype on the plot world. So how does this work then? Well, now you have the little community town square here, which has the enchanting area complete with Bumbo Baggins. We have a community bulletin board where you can put up, ads, info, whatever you want. And then you have this little storage area here, and this is going to become quite important. This is where we're going to be storing, well, right now it's just what's left over from the dig, but this is where we're going to be storing the shulker boxes, ender pearls, the sort of, free armor, free tools. So basically, whenever a new player joins, they will go over here, they would come to the town square, and they will head over to this area where they can pick up a couple of shulker boxes, some armor, some tools for free. And here, right now, there's just a hole there, but that is where the input for the system is going to be. So if I go over here and walk into the fountain, the sides of the fountain will take you downstairs to the community storage hall. And as you can see, the basic structure is mostly finished. So what's going to be here then is that each of these chests is going to have a module, and I think actually Johny has built one of these modules already. Let's see if I can find it. Of course I went the wrong way. Yeah, there we go. So there is one module. It's almost done. So that is one of the modules for the system here. And what this does is that as items are being put into the system, it will sort it, put it into shulker boxes, and then deposit the shulker boxes into the system. Which is going to work just fine for like cobblestone, stone, dirt, sand, the items of which we get a lot. But in addition to this, some of the wings are also going to have the sort of standard storage system in which we don't put it into shulker boxes, we just filter it, because those are items that we're putting it into shulker boxes would be unnecessary due to the amount. And I also know that Johny is working, I mean, I'm doing a poor job of being a cameraman here now, but if I fly up here, Johny has actually started carving out here an area where we're going to do a sort of secondary filtration storage system for multicolored items, specifically concrete, wool, glass, and those sort of things. But yeah, so that is the storage hall, the community storage hall. That is going to be accessible to everyone. Not entirely done, and I don't think we're going to be able to finish it in this episode. That's going to have to be something that we probably do in the next one, on the one after that, because right now what remains is a lot of little tinkering that doesn't really make for good on-camera stuff, but that is important for this place to function. So to go back out, as I said, the sort of the sides here are the elevators going down, and then the corners are the elevators taking you back up. So just the fountain itself is the elevator. You go through the fountain to get to the sort of hidden community storage underneath. I mean, the only thing telling you that there's something underneath there is if you sort of go into the fountain and look down, or you see the bubbles on the sides here. So a pretty cool little design that I am very happy with. So once again, thank you very much, 6C, Johny, and Jessica for helping out with the design. Because yeah, this turned out absolutely amazing. Really, really happy with this community project. And yeah, I mean, with this and the shulker farm, it's the sort of thing that I love these community projects because they bring out the best of the community. I mean, you get so many people taking part, you get so many people being creative, providing materials. So yeah, a really, really fun project. But that's enough rambling from me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to basically just hang around and wait for Johnny to let me know when he's ready, and we'll go over to Plot World and have a look at the redstone. Well, okay then, viewers, we are now here on the Plot World server because Johnny has summoned us to show us the redstone for the community storage. As you might know, redstone not my strongest forte, but hopefully Johnny has a plan ready here. So hello, Johnny.
I do. I have a sample here of the redstone, and I'm going to talk it through with you block by block, placing glass on each block as I describe it so that you understand what each block in here does.
Okay.
Okay?
Go
Does
for
that
it.
make sense?
Yeah, go for it.
So we'll start at the top, which you sort of know, because you have your item stream, and then you have a hopper with stuff in it that can only accept one item. The hopper powers the comparator, which sends a redstone line, and then this torch turns off so that this hopper will unlock and send items through into here, so you only get one item type through here. And then high fill here with flex tape, the super strong waterproof tape. It's a bit of a mad system, but it does all work. You've probably lost me.
I think I get the general gist of it. Okay, so
I could see by the look in your eyes, you just glazed over at some point during that, and you didn't understand a single word I said.
I mean, I understood that they were mostly words of the English language, but I think that what I got was items go in here.
Yeah.
Get sorted in the filter there. Gets put in a shulker box here.
Yeah.
Backup thingamajig here.
Yeah.
Finished shulker boxes go here. And there's some bits and pieces of flex tape up here.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay. Well, goody good. Well, as long as we have Phil Swift on our side, I think we should be fine. Well, alrighty then, viewers. So that is the redstone, even though, as you could probably tell, I didn't really understand too much of it. But the most important thing is that Johnny understands it because he is the brain behind this operation. So thank you once again, Johnny, for doing all the redstone work. But with that taken care of, some tinkering remains here, but that is something that is going to have to be done off camera. But for now, all that remains for me to do is to say thank you very, very much for watching this episode. Thank you very, very much for your continued support of the Shamblecraft server. And for those of you who actually want an explanation on how this works, stick around after the credits. I've included Johnny's actual unedited explanation. So thank you very, very much for watching this episode, and I will catch you in the next one. But until then, bye bye. Well, okay then, viewers, you join me here in the plot world, which is one of the many features we have on Shamblecraft, because Johnny has summoned me to have a look at the redstone for the community storage hall. So, hello, Johnny.
Hello, hello.
Okay, so this is the thing.
This is the thing. This is the storage system. So, I thought I would walk you through it block by block, and so that you can actually tell what's going on here.
All right, fire away.
For your benefit and also the benefit of your watchers, El Mango has made a tutorial on this, but I've modified it a little bit because of 1.16. So, yeah, it all starts with an item stream here at the top. Items come along. Obviously, this hopper can only accept one form of item because of what's filled. It's sends a redstone signal all the way to this, which unlocks this hopper and sends stuff down all the way to the shulker box, and the shulker box starts to fill up with one item at a time. So that's really the first stage. From there, we find out that the shulker will start to fill up, and then this hopper will back up, which turns on this comparator, turning on this redstone line. And this is one of the changes I made, because for 1.15 you could just have it feeding into the block to lock this this hopper here. But I've had to extend it slightly so that gets a little bit more full before it all backs up. And yeah, it backs up, locks that hopper. This observer gets powered, which powers this repeater, which powers this piston. Another observer gets extended, turns on this repeater, which extends the piston, which breaks the shulker box, sending the shulker box into here. And then the observer gets pulled back up, powering this dropper. So this dispenser and this dropper. So you get a replacement of the shulker box, which pulses the observer back down rather than it being up. And then, yeah, that's all of that. And then back here, if you ever fill up completely with items, this observer turns on, which extends this piston, which powers this comparator, which blocks that hopper at the bottom, which means that everything starts to back up, but you never lose any shulker boxes. Quite useful. And obviously you have many shulker boxes being fed in here. So we should never run out of shulker boxes now. So that should never be necessary, but just in case nobody's paying attention.
Neat.
That's everything.
All right. Woohoo. That should work.